Hi everyone, it's Wednesday evening, so it's Stampin' with Denise. How are you today? Everyone have a good day? Boy, I missed y'all last week. So I'm gonna give just a minute here for everybody to log on and we will get started. Let me pull you up on my iPad here so I can kind of keep an eye. Okay. Well, as a lot of you know, I was at On Stage last week, and got to see all of the new products that are going to be in the new catalogs that come out in January. Remember that January through May is the Occasions catalog, and January through March, Stampin' Up! Has what they call Celebration. And what that means, hi Heather, what that means is that for every $50 you spend in product, you get a free item out of the Celebration catalog for free. And there is some great stuff. Another big news is that starting with the catalog in January, wood mount is pretty much going away except for background stamps. They'll have it, you know, for the large stamps. What are they? Probably like 5x6, 5x4. I don't know. You know, the larger background stamps. You'll still be able to get those in wood with a wood mount. But from here on out, all of the other red rubber stamps, photopolymer stays the same, but the red rubber will be on what they're calling them cling. And ever since they went to the red rubber where we could put on the clear blocks, people have had issues with it sticking really well to the blocks. So very often they didn't put the sticker, the picture of the stamp on the back of the red rubber so that it would stick better to the blocks. Well, they have fixed that. And so now the paper that the picture for the stamp is super sticky and not having any issues with sticking to the block. That being said, you also have to be a little bit more careful with them because it does stick so well when you remove them from the blocks. You need to take it off with care because you could rip the foam. You need to you know, when you put the sticker on, once it's there, it's there. There's no taking it off because that would ruin the foam. So that's a new exciting thing, and there's lots of new products, and I'm loving it. But I thought for tonight that I would show you a Christmas card that I had put together. It wasn't too awfully difficult. And you know what I'm realizing is that my last Facebook Live was 2 weeks ago, and I didn't choose somebody who was going to win the card or the product I made last time, which were those cool bookmarks. So you know what? I am going to have to, when I'm done with this live, I'm going to have to go back, see who shared the video. And yes, Heather, I know you're a rebel. I know. See who won, and then I'll post that in the description. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here, and I've got a quick little Christmas card to put together. I'm finally kind of starting to get in the Christmas spirit, but so I thought it was time. Okay, so I'm gonna put the phone up in the holder. Hopefully I won't make you too dizzy, and hang tight, and we'll be right back here. Everybody, please remember to share my video, and then once you've shared it, comment shared in the comments so that I know you did, and I will send you the card that we're making today. This is the card. I'm not very organized. I'm kind of trying to get back into the swing of things here. The paper that I used is called Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper, and I believe this actually came from the annual catalog. It's got some great designs. The poinsettia has plaid on the back. Here's some holly with dots. This with the Christmas ornaments on it had some red, a red design. This is the pine tree that has some different shades of green. This plaid has a green and white motif. Here's a red plaid that has green and white, and there's a little deer on it. So it's a fun set. I particularly like this poinsettia paper. So that's what I'm going to use on today's card. I had this was not my creation, somebody else created it, and I'm sorry I can't give them credit. But in card making, we frequently case stuff. C-A-S-E means copy and share everywhere. So although I don't remember who created the card, I am admitting I didn't come up with the idea. So, but the one they did, instead of, I used the Glimmer paper here, they had used foil, but I just decided I was going to pull out some of my gold Glimmer paper and put it to use. So, let's get started here. You know what I'm realizing? I did not cut out my Christmas. I had planned to have all the pieces cut out, and I'm realizing I didn't do that. So let me go get my Glimmer paper, and pull out the die set and the Big Shot. Give me just a second. Boy, am I get a B- tonight. Okay, I'm back. I know I cut it out now that I remember, but can I find it? No. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is fold the cardstock. Of course, our base is real red because that's one of the coordinating colors. Remember, one of my tips from a week or so ago was when you buy some designer series paper, it lists the coordinating colors. And so for this set of paper, it's Early Espresso, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Real Red, Shaded Spruce, and Whisper White. So the cardstock shade that I used is the Real Red. We've got another good red now that would be great for Christmas cards, and that is, that's the Poppy Parade. I think they feature that shade of red in one of the other suites, the one with the cute Santa and Mrs. Claus and elves on the DSP that uses Poppy Parade. And okay, so I'll pull up my ink pad. First thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp the Mary up on top. And remember, I always say stamp first whenever you can, because paper has two sides to it. So I'm going to put this right up here in this corner. So if you make a mistake, you can flip it over. And I have to tell you, when I was making the original, I did make a mistake, but you know how I fixed it? Just covered it up with an insert on the inside. So there you go. There's not much that can't be fixed. Okay, and really that's, well, I guess we will stamp the inside. You know, while I got my mat here. Remember, since I'm using photopolymer stamps, we want a little foam mat to help give us some cushion. And while I'm talking about, I'm going to use the same sentiment that was the inside the card I showed you. And this is the Merry Christmas to All stamp set. It coordinates with the Merry Christmas Thinlit dies that I'm using to cut out the Christmas tonight. You can see it has the word Merry, and it says holidays and happy, and oh, I had put Christmas, and there's Christmas. So they coordinate together. And there's a couple other things. There's a couple frames in there too. So we're using this stamp down here, May the beauty of the season fill your heart with joy. So that'll be the sentiment on the inside of the card. So let's do that. I'm using Real Red. And again, this is another one of those instances where you want to stamp the sentiment before you adhere it to the inside of the card, because if for some reason you don't get it right or you make a mistake, you could flip it over and do it again. So let's see. Bingo. Yay. I had to be careful because I had a little extra ink on my block there. Okay, so there's my sentiment already for the inside. I might as well go ahead and adhere it. Where's mine? Like I said, please share my video, comment that you shared, and if you are the winner, I will send you this card that I'm making tonight, and it'll get to you in plenty of time for Christmas. And you know, there's still time to order your Christmas products. There are a few things that actually have sold out and won't be available again. I put those on the Facebook page, so if you scroll down a little bit, you can probably find it. There was some really pretty DSP that I had not actually purchased yet. It was on my to-do list. And there you go. That's the reason you should not wait to order. But there's a lot of good product left in the holiday as well as the annual catalog. And do you have someone, a spouse, a friend that wants another family member that doesn't know what to get you for Christmas? Have them get in contact with me. I can get a gift certificate. Then you can go on a little Stampin' Up! Shopping spree. So you can have them contact me either through Facebook. If you have my cell number, they can call that. If you have an email, my email, they can email me. And I'll be glad to help them do a little bit of their Christmas shopping. Okay, I'm going to put this like this. I had to trim that off a little bit because the DSP was just a tad long. Let's see. I'm notoriously bad for gluing things straight when I'm on camera. There's always something that's cattywampus, crooked, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we're going to cut this out. Do I have the right color? I have the wrong color Glimmer paper. Hang on. Okay. Okay, here we go. We'll even use the same piece I cut the other Christmas out of. Boy, I'm just hadn't planned to get the big shot out. I had planned to do it all ahead, but you know what? We roll. Stampers roll with it. Crafters roll. We're pretty easy to go. Pretty easy going. You know what? Maybe I didn't get it cut out because this was the one, where I cut out here was where I cut out for the sample card. Okay, so. One of the nice things about going to, I told you I was on stage last week, which is the big Stampin' Up! Event, and because they hold it twice a year, and because it was the 30th anniversary of Stampin' Up!, it was extra big and extra over the top. So let me pull this out of here. And it was great. They just spoil us rotten. Of course, it didn't hurt. I loved being in Orlando where it was 80 degrees. And I don't mind the humidity. A lot of people don't like the humidity, can't tolerate it for whatever reason, but I love it. So anyway, my Christmas, I don't even have my poker tools over by where my Big Shot usually sits. Okay, I'll put that there. You know what I can use though? You Picket. I think that it's got a little pokey end, paper pokey thing, paper piercer on the end. So, oops. And you know what I didn't pull out for here was the dot for the eye. There's it right there. Okay. Those pesky little dots for our eyes. There we go. We pull out, get out the centers here. There's one on the S. One in the H. Sorry, guys. Okay. I just thought this card was so pretty, though. There we go. Got them all. Great. Okay, there we go. Now we've got Christmas. So what I think I'm going to use on this is the green Tombow glue. I have a love-hate relationship with this glue. I like it. Oops, there's something else I forgot to get out. And you know what? I think I forgot that one when I put my original together. There we go. I love it because it gives you, when you're creating, it gives you some time to make adjustments on whatever project you're working on. It dries really, you know, it's really good. It sticks well. But my issue with it is it doesn't dry clear. It dries a little bit shiny. Now, on this project, even if a little bit of it seeped out, you don't need much. But even if a little bit of it seeped out, wouldn't be a problem, because you know what, with this patterned paper on the background, I don't think anybody's going to see it. So this is one of those things where a little dab will do ya. Just kind of spread it around a little bit. Another thing you could do if you were doing a whole bunch of these is Stampin' Up! Sells adhesive sheets. It's sheets of double-sided adhesive, and you put it on the back of whatever you're going to die cut. So then when it comes out, if you die cut it, essentially you got a sticker, and you don't need to, just have to peel the backing off. You don't have to mess with adhesive or glue or any of that kind of stuff. There we go. Okay. Oops. I got back in town Sunday, and I have been running ever since. Okay, I basically want it right about here. Come on, make sure it's straight. You can see how I get a little, I can move it around a little bit. I get a little bit of freedom. There we go. And I gotta do put my dot on the eye. Oops. Might be a little bit much. Okay, and this is where this end of the tool, I think it's You Pick It, I think it is great because it picks up the little things and puts it right where you want it. There you go. There's a little bit of putty in there, and you, where's my lid to this end? Okay, well, I guess I'll have to find that later. So then we're going to put the flowers on. Actually, the flowers I used, and the original one did too, use these flowers here from the Flourish Thinlits set. So use this flower here, cut one out of real red, and this one here is an old olive because that's the color it said coordinated with the paper, but instead of die cutting it, actually it's embossed. You can do that with the embossing mat. So your dies, you actually get more use for them because you're able to emboss. So you can see how nice that looks. So anyway, those kind of look like poinsettias, so I think they're a good choice. And so we're going to put these little sprigs were also out of this set right here. But Stampin' Up! Also does have a sprig punch right now. I'm going to trim these down just a little bit because they're a little longer than I need them to be. If you really like the sprigs but don't want to buy the whole set of dies, there you go. Okay, so where's my glue again? Again, this would be another good thing to put the adhesive sheet on the back before you die cut. Yep. Don't forget to share my video, comment that you shared it, and everyone who shared it will get a chance to win tonight's project. Oh, and I'm going to look at this one here for a sec. And while we're talking, I'll tell you, I think I'm going to have to change the night of my Facebook Lives. I think I'm going to have to change them to Mondays. I've been having a lot of stuff come up on Wednesdays that I really should be attending meetings and stuff, but I like coming here and doing this for you guys. So, but I want to be consistent so you know when to find me. So, next week Monday doesn't work, so we're going to take, it's Thanksgiving week anyway. Can you believe it's already Thanksgiving? And we are going to, so we probably I won't be here next week, I'm 99% sure. And then we will come back then the week after Thanksgiving, but we'll do it I'll be here on Monday. Okay. So, let's see, which size dimensional? I think I used one of the small dimensionals on this one here. Yep, I did. Okay, so we're going to pop this up here. Put this on here. Probably should put this on here too. Let's see. I want it there. I want it right here. I want to adhere it around the center. See, it doesn't take much of this glue, and it really is great. I know down in Florida, because the humidity was so high, some people were having problems with their card swaps with the adhesive not sticking. So I'm just kind of putting this a little bit off center, like that. Okay, we're gonna put, now I cut out a circle out of the Glimmer paper, but you know what, you could also use one of our faceted gems for this. Whoops, doggone, I had my finger on the putty in my tool. There we go. So when you need to, you can just turn it a little bit and a little bit more comes out right there for you to use. I want to put that down, tap that down. There we go. So, I think we'll take Thanksgiving week off, and we'll be back then the week after Thanksgiving. We'll do a Monday Facebook Live. There we go. Okay, so there we are. Merry Christmas in glitter. Not too hard to make. Wouldn't be too hard if you were doing an assembly line. So, like my page, share my video, comment you shared, and maybe you'll win this card. I'd love to get it out to you in the mail. And I will, as soon as I get off here, I will post who won from last week. And I hope to see you soon. Don't forget, my classes are this week. I've got a class Thursday night. I got a class Saturday. It's not too late to RSVP for Saturday. So if you'd like to come, it's at noon. And my classes in December are the Thursday and the Saturday that are between Christmas and New Year's. Let's see, that is the 27th and the 29th. So put those on your calendar. I'd love to have you make one of those. Come to one of the classes. We'll be able to look at the occasions and celebrations catalogs, and so okay. Thank y'all. It was nice to. I'm glad you joined me tonight, and I will see you then after Thanksgiving. Everybody have a nice turkey day. Bye now.